The Pentagon was given a deadline of June 25th to submit a report to Congress on everything they know about UFOs, or as they refer to them, unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. With that being said, it's not like one day Congress collectively agreed they wanted this report and wanted it now. The Pentagon was given a 180-day period to submit the report, and to no surprise, they took the entire 180 days to submit their report. Now I will say guys, as of this recording, the information has yet to be released to the public. So unfortunately, as of this recording, we still have no idea what's included in the report. With that being said, how did we even get to the point that the Pentagon is being forced to submit a detailed report to the US government on UFOs, when just years ago anyone who mentioned anything about aliens or UFOs would be considered crazy? Buckle up, we're in for a wild one today on LBQ. Smash that like button, and let's get her going there, bud. Huh? What do you say? Just pop a top off, kick your feet up, just put your worries aside. Let's talk about some aliens, folks. Alright? You got a good, nice Canadian boy here. My name's Pepper, and we're gonna get into it. Alright. Get down, man. So let's go back to. I sound like Don Cherry, eh?
Get your stick on the ice!
Oh my god. So let's go back to the very beginning. Well, not Roswell, which occurred in 1947 and is one of the most famous UFO incidents in America, potentially the world. We're not going that far back, but far enough so you guys understand how we got from point A to point B. Over the years, all over the world, citizens have seen with their own eyes aircrafts and other things that look extraterrestrial. Sure, sometimes it was a new military experiment, other times maybe it was a weather phenomenon. But it seems over the years there have been numerous instances in which even the government's top scientists, military generals, and anyone who could explain what caused such unnatural occurrences were also stumped. Only one fair explanation then. You guys know what I'm about to say. You guys can stay with me. Aliens, baby, let's go! Hold on, bucko, not so fast. To no surprise, those in government who were intrigued by these unidentified flying objects wanted to learn more, fearing a potential security threat from other countries. And because of this, over the years and sightings, governments have started taking the idea of UFOs from aliens or other countries much more seriously. In 2007, former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid helped greenlight the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, AATIP for short, which was a secret Pentagon initiative that ran until at least 2012. Their main purpose was, I quote, to study unidentified flying objects or unexplained aerial phenomena. In 2017, the former head of the program, Luis Elizondo, who has become a controversial name among some, left the government to join the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences with fellow alien explorer and former Blink-182 frontman Tom DeLonge. In 2017, Elizondo also leaked 3 military videos involving UAPs to the media, which the Navy would confirm as legitimate 3 years later in 2020. Around this time, Florida Senator Marco Rubio included a note in a COVID-19 relief bill that would require the military and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence to submit a report, I quote, on unidentified aerial phenomena, also known as anomalous aerial vehicles, including observed airborne objects that have not been identified. The request called upon any information being withheld by the Office of Naval Intelligence and the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, which is how they rebranded the AATIP, to be released. When former President Trump was in office, he too signed off on the deal, and we all went from worrying about TikTok being our biggest threat to these aerial vehicles belonging to either aliens, Russia, or China. It's pretty crazy how 2020 kind of wrapped up for us, isn't it? As previously mentioned, they were given 180 days to submit their report, and today marks day 180. Now, it is possible that Congress received the report and just didn't let the public know, which, I mean, the government would never do that, would they? No, I can never see the government withhold information from their citizens. Maybe I'll try stand-up comedy. On a more serious note, anonymous sources who have seen the report claim that it's not going to prove aliens exist, but it also doesn't deny their existence. It seems when it comes to aliens, we're back where we started. Well, we've made progress as it seems there is definitely more of a general interest, and the idea is being taken more seriously than say back in 1947 when the Roswell incident happened. That being said, it doesn't seem the report is going to shed any light that aliens do exist. And although it seems that's what a lot of us want, or I'll speak for myself, I'd love for it to confirm aliens, there's another side to it that people are very worried about. It seems quite evident there's a divide, with some thinking this is the work of aliens and others thinking it's the work of other countries, namely Russia or China. Given that it appears there isn't an indication of aliens, well, it leads some to believe maybe it's the work of other countries. Maybe it's not Russia or China, but given the United States' history and current relations with these countries, they would be the biggest threat and likely most capable of creating such technologies. And if it does turn out to be either of these countries, well, it seems the conversation shifts rather quickly. Are these countries spying on the United States? Are these new aerial objects capable of anything more than just evading radars and flying in ways we'd never thought were possible? If these countries were able to figure out new ways of transportation, who knows what else they're working on? As you can clearly see, the idea of other countries, especially those considered serious threats to the United States, having capabilities way beyond our wildest thoughts is a scary reality. If the United States, who pride themselves on being one of the most powerful countries in the world, is seen as lagging significantly behind Russia or China in regards to their military technology, that could be a problem. Obviously, for security reasons, Congress and the US government in general want to make sure this isn't the case. Now, with all that being said, it's not just a few incidents that the report is covering. As per the BBC, the report was thorough as, I quote, officials examined over 120 incidents from the past 2 decades, including 3 videos from the Pentagon declassified last year and described as showing unexplained aerial phenomena. And with that in mind, again, if this is a security threat from another country, it could potentially mean this was a technology they've been perfecting for almost 20 years. It's also possible the numerous sightings were the work of numerous governments, all trying to perfect a new technology while keeping things as classified as possible. It's not like the UFOs are only spotted in the United States. In fact, they've been seen in countries all over the world at different times during the days, different months, seasons, years, and so on. It just seems too random to not be aliens. That's all I'm saying, guys. It's aliens. It's aliens, baby, let's go! Now, it's also very important to mention, although the report will be released to the public, the government may withhold some information. To refresh your memory about what happened at the ranch in Roswell, New Mexico back in 1947, it went a little something like this. In 1947, a civilian pilot saw what he referred to as a flying saucer in the air. This would lead to a flying saucer craze after the media caught wind of the story, leading to hundreds of other reports of similar sightings over the next couple days. Then someone working on a ranch found debris randomly sprinkled on the property, which prompted an investigation from authorities. The Air Force would then release a press release claiming they recovered debris from a flying disc, before retracting the statement. As you can imagine, this added more than fuel to the fire. This was like throwing a whole nuke into the fire. From this point on, UFOs were here to stay. However, the Army insisted it wasn't a flying disc, but instead a weather balloon. And they went with this story until it was revealed by a retired lieutenant in the 70s that the weather balloon story was a cover-up, which led to claims that the government cleaned up the alien mess and had been studying it for the past 2.5 decades. To this day, some people still believe this is what happened, although the government would later admit in 1994 that it was actually a nuclear test surveillance balloon, which was a part of Project Mogul, a top-secret classified project involving the US Air Force. But I mean, given that it went from a weather balloon to a secret military project which would only be revealed by a retired soldier 20 years after it happened, and it would take another 20 years for the government to admit that they lied, well, it gets me thinking something interesting could play out here. I'm not saying you can't trust or believe the information revealed to us, but again, there is a possibility some information is withheld from the general public. In fact, officials told the New York Times that the report is allowed to have a classified annex, which means an additional piece of information that doesn't necessarily need to become public knowledge. Aliens? As per the officials who spoke with the New York Times, no, it has nothing to do with aliens, but who knows? Maybe we'll find out in 20 or 40 years. All in all, it does seem that at the end of the day, the biggest concern here is that these aircrafts are a potential threat to the American government and their people. If it turns out this is the work of adversaries, it's unclear if the government will admit to it, as they would not want their citizens to panic, nor they want to appear to be falling behind Russia or China in the tech race. We gotta just wait and see what the report says, but let me know what you guys think it will say in the comments down below. For now, let's do some comment replies from the video, top 10 most famous UFO sightings in history. Andrea Cooper Primo said, yep, I knew this would be Jared, LOL, hashtag science baby, let's go! I'm jacked up right now, you shouldn't have got me to say that. The Crazy Scientist said, is it just me or is this channel obsessed with UFOs? I'll be honest, we're obsessed with whatever you guys like. Like we see the views and we're like, they want to see that, let's give them more of that and let's keep talking about that because it's fun for us. We want whatever you guys want. You guys want some science? You know we'll give you the science, baby. You know that. Whatever you guys want. That's why I always tell you guys, comment down below, let us know, and we'll do it, baby. Can I be the spicy scientist though? Because you're the crazy scientist, you get what I'm saying? Sia Valencia said, glad he adds humor to these, the government makes it a joke anyhow. Let's be real here. We're talking about aliens, we're talking about governments. Of course I'm gonna make it a joke. I think everything's a joke. You can't take anything I ever say seriously, except for this. Actually, you should take some of the stuff I say seriously, because sometimes I do get very real with you guys. But for the most part, I joke around. I call myself Pepper. Don't take me seriously. Alright guys, that's all for this one. I've been your boy Pepper, the spiciest host in the game, baby! And we'll see you guys soon.